What's up, Street Thugs? Brigg here, and today we've got City of Heroes going. Now, this is a passion game of mine. Now, when it comes to builds, what people often ask me for the most is my fire farm build. I have never actually really released this full thing, but I'm gonna share it. We're gonna actually go through it right now. I'm gonna share it with you. This is Brigg Riel, and this is my fire farmer. We're gonna load him in. I'm already in Pocket D. Probably because I was working on my fire farm again. Now I'm going to show you my enhancement. Before we do that, I am going to show you my powers. We're going to stretch this out so you can see them. So we're looking at radiation melee here. You can see that I've only taken 5 powers. Radioactive Smash, Fusion, Irradiated Ground, Devastating Blow, and Atom Smasher. Now this is one of the powers you have to take one or another. I chose the second one. It's usually better. Fusion is a boost, of course. Radiated Ground is a constant area of effect AoE power. It's always on, it's always doing damage. This right here was why I took this build. There are other builds like that. Spines is a good one because it also shoots out spines. I've never been a fan of spines. Spines look gross to me, but I did Irradiated Ground because constant damage. And it contaminates people to take even more damage, so that's great too. And then the Devastating Blow was another one. I think I took Devastating Blow not mainly for the power because it's actually got a long animation. I almost use it like a mule power to hold a specific set of enhancements. And then of course Atom Smasher, which is another quick AoE, not a constant one like a Radiated Ground, but just a ground smash to hit a bunch of targets. AoE is the key for farming. And then of course I got the staple to all fire farmers, which is Fiery Aura. Now you can see I've taken everything but Rise of the Phoenix. Since I don't plan on dying, and dying doesn't really help me build my damage, I didn't take it. But pretty much everything but. Now, if we go into my pull powers, you can see I took combat jumping, super speed. This is optional. I can't see that. Leadership for maneuvers and assaults, and concealment for stealth because it gives me just a little touch of defense to push me over the edge of what I needed. And for my epic power pull, I took Moon Mastery because you get 2 AoE damage. Now, I've always been a big fan of Pyre Mastery just because of the fireball, but Moon Mastery gives you 2 AoEs. Now, to get those, you have to do the patron powers. So, if you roll your character as a hero, you're going to have to go cross over to City of Villains to go get Moon Mastery. So, now that you've seen what powers I have, we're going to go to Manage Enhancements, and you can see what I take. So we'll just kind of jump through here. You can see the majority of what I got just on one, but as you can see, I got a purple enhancement in Radioactive Smash, which is Hecatome. Main reason, recharge time. 10% of all recharge, 15% accuracy. Fire and cold resistance is a wash. I'm way over anyway. And recovery 4%. I don't usually worry about recovery too much because I use Incarnates to keep my recovery going. But still, I use a lot of power, so 4% recovery is nice. But the main reason is recharge. Recharge is huge. And we'll jump down here to Irradiated Ground. I've got Obliterations. You can see I've got all but the proc. Uh, this one, 3% damage is nice, but again, recharge 5%, accuracy 9%. Those are my main key ones. And then we go over here, chance for resistance debuff. That just makes them easier to hit so they can take more damage. Just toss that in there. It just gives that little bit of extra boost. Over here in Devastating Blow, which is like I said, my mule power. This has the Lord of Winter sets. Hello, Wally. Can I help you? Lord of Winter sets. One of the biggest things about Lord of Winter sets is it gives you 5% defense increase to fire defense. That alone is, if this power had everything else that was horrible, I would still get all 6 of those just for that one power at the bottom. It also gives you 4% recovery. It also gives you fire and cold resistance by 6%. Again, you're not going to really need that with Fiery Aura. Fiery Aura will cap out your fire resistance all by itself. Okay, we'll jump down here to Atom Smasher. Now, Atom Smasher, I got another purple. Armageddons. And again, recharge, accuracy, recovery. And then I got a proc over here. Fury of the Gladiator, which is one of your PvP enhancements. This is minus resistance to all. Again, a chance for them to take more damage. Down here in Fusion, which is a damage and 2 hit buff, I chose, which looks like they updated the icon image, which is pretty cool. I have adjusted targeting. Pretty basic invention enhancement, but I find that I use this one a lot, and mainly I chose this one just because of the extra 2% damage. And then we jump over to Fire Shield. Now you can see I only have 3. You only need 3. You don't need any more. And the only reason I took those is increases your fire and damage by 3.13%. And that is pretty damn good. That's pretty much as good as you're going to get other than 5%. So whenever it's going to give you 3.13, you go for it. We jump down here to Blazing Aura. I've got Obliteration. I chose those for the damage action. You can see I didn't go all the way up to 5%. When you're doing enhancements, you get set bonuses. You cannot have more than 5 of the same set bonus. But I also have 2 Superior Unrelenting Fury. Now these are archetype enhancements. As you can see, I didn't get all 6 of them, which it gives you great stuff, but what I was more focused on was that 4% damage. So just using those 2, that's all I needed. Grab that 4%, and now with this Obliteration at 3%, I got an extra 7% damage just off these 2 alone. Go down to Healing Flames. As you can see, I've got Resist in there and not Healing. Same thing with Fire Shield. I took the Aegis just to get that 3.13 fire and cold defense. And then of course you got a Numina Convalescence Regeneration Recovery, which gives you your constant regeneration and recovery. That is a no-brainer for all builds. All builds should have one of those. And all builds should have a miracle as well, which I do have over here in health. Okay, so we'll jump down here to temperature protection. Again, only took 3, and it's all Aegis for the 313. And then over here, Gladiator Armor PvP enhancement, and that is for the plus defense all. That's a nice one, and it's 3%. So it's not just for my fire and cold, it's everything. So that's a no-brainer. And then we got Steadfast Protection, Resistance and Defense. Again, another 3% overall defense. And then we'll jump down here to Consume. Now Consume is designed to recover endurance, but I actually use this as an AoE. It actually does a fair amount of damage, but it also serves as a nice little mule too for another Lord of Winter set, which gives me again another 5% defense and fire. We'll jump down here to Burn, and as you can see, again, I've got the 10% recharge, which is just another huge one. Now this is another one of those archetype enhancements. Superior Brute's Fury. Now it's Brute's Fury. I've just have it boosted up. Like my other superior ones, it's a Brute's Fury with a Cataclysm in it to make it even better. Jump down to Fire Embrace. I just threw 1 recharge in there. Like most builds you're building, you always run out of enhancements, but all I really needed was 1 recharge. My global recharge is pretty damn high. So I just basic enhancements over here, nothing crazy. I just got a run speed, a hurdle, got my miracle recovery, 1 blue in stamina. A lot of people will throw a bunch of enhancements here in stamina. I almost never do that. It's just not worth it to me. Stamina is a great power, very useful. If I could throw in another endurance modification in there, it'd be great. I would, but I need those spaces for other things. Jump down here to combat jumping. Now, combat jumping, I am a huge fan of combat jump. I don't think I have not one character that doesn't have it. And the main reason is, 1, you jump higher, but 2, you have more control when you're jumping. So if I jump forward, I can stop and change directions and go a different way, or I could just adjust my body back and forth or get around things. You're not stuck in a jump. If you don't take combat jumping or even one of the force of will powers, you jump, you can't do anything until that jump is ended. Whereas combat jumping, you can stop and change directions. So of course, the main staple for combat jumping or any of these defense powers is Luck of the Gambler's Defense Increased Global Recharge. It's 7.5% recharge, and you can equip 5 of them because it is not unique, but it does follow the limit 5 rule. And then we'll go jump over here to Red Fortunes. You know, I find that people don't like Red Fortunes too much. I never understood why. Because 1, I get my 5% recharge, and I get 2% damage. So I don't know. I prefer those over a lot of the other ones. A lot of people think they're garbage and try to use those to convert into Luck of the Gamblers, but I find Red Fortunes to be my favorite. Again, speed, basic, hasten. To get the most out of hasten, I've stacked it to 50 plus 5 using the boosters, enhancement boosters. I also did that with defense a little bit down here because I think I was 0.4% away. So I used those to make sure I hit that 45%. Again, Luck of the Gambler. And then Red Fortunes. Again for recharge and damage. Assault. Assault you can't really do anything with. You just got to put basic or basic invention enhancements in it, or just basic enhancements if you want to. Again, down here, we got stealth, grant invisibility, and invisibility. Stealth, again, like I said, is just for that extra little bit of defense I need to hit that 45% mark. However, grant invisibility and invisibility are mule powers at this point. And I'm using them just to stack my defense global recharges. That's all I'm using them for. They don't even have to be level 50. It can be level 20. Stealth I do use, though, because like I said, it does give me that extra boost. Come down here to Moo Lightning, or Mew Lightning, whatever, and it's Superior Lords of Winter again, and this one is Winter's Bite, and again 5% defense for fire and cold. Again, like I said, a must. I have 5 sets of these in my builds, giving me an extra 25% defense. Okay, jump out here to Electrifying Fences, which, like I said earlier, is a great AoE power, fast recharge. This one I have Ragnaroks, another purple, and again, recharge, accuracy, recovery. Down here in Ball Lightning, we got Superior Frozen Blast, which is another Lord of Winter set. Same thing, defense, fire defense. I mean, that's for any fire farmer, your fire defense is just as important as your resistance. If you get your 45% defense at fire resistance, most of anything that's going to attack you fire based is going to miss. Now granted, if you don't have any resistance, that one that gets through, it's going to take you out. But for the most part, you're going to dodge almost everything. Anything over 45% doesn't really make a difference. If you have 45% or 180%, it's not going to be any difference that you're going to actually notice. Okay, so that is my Radfire farm build. Maybe help give you guys some inspiration. Maybe, I don't know if you'd want to copy that or do your own. Obviously, that's what works for me. It may not work for you. Everybody's playstyles are different. I do have an open mind. I will listen. If you can make my builds better, by all means, I'm going to pay attention. I hope you found that interesting and not too long-winded. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please subscribe, link, share, whatever you can do to help me grow my channel. I am super appreciative of your support. If you have any questions, throw me a comment. I'll do my best to answer. Other than that, stay golden and take care. Bye-bye.